Welcome along then. It is Sunday, and that means it is final round time from this week's event, the Northwestern Europe GP event. And hopefully you managed to watch our video yesterday on this account where we scored some decent points in the end and we had some tricky luck in running too. But let's get you up to speed where we are so far. And it's been a brilliant start, 181 points from 4 races. We've only dropped 7 points, and that is literally, we are consistent race 1 to 3 and then picked up an extra point in race 4 to take 46. You can see in opening round we scored 349 points, so we're hoping to do the same again, but we've certainly got a lot better. I mean, yesterday we were only at about 171, so we've probably gained about 10 points, and we're going to try our hardest. We've got Abu Dhabi, Miami, Monza and Austin all to come, so a bit of interesting play here to see what we do. We've got Max Verstappen and we've got Nico Hülkenberg are both drivers. Just show you the car quickly as well, it's the same as yesterday. So shall we get to it? Make sure to let me know how you get on this weekend. Are you going to get your best result? Let's go for us though. It is race 5. It is going to be a tricky Abu Dhabi event. So real player time, like it always is on this account. This is actually the fun part when we get live players, because that's all we ever seem to get. And can we get the points? We want 40 plus, that's all I want from this. And it's P8 and P12. I'm going to basically throw Hülkenberg under a bus. I'm going to use Merlion on Verstappen. I'm going to use Saar. We know Hülkenberg's going to struggle off the line. I'm hoping that he gets a better phase 2 of this race. But let's see what we can do at Abu Dhabi. Can we get the 40s? Well, we're certainly going to try as we wait for this real player to ready up. Come on, 40 plus would be amazing. Certainly would. So don't expect perfect starts. We're going to probably get our average. They're slow. It's even worse. But at least here it's not too bad on the start. We're going to hope that Hülkenberg does manage to pick his way through. He's into P10 at the moment. Rival has got through. And we've got Verstappen into P4. And we've got Hülkenberg into P10. He's got max tyres though. So he is going to be able to afford to push a little bit more. That's our thinking here. And we go through the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. Must be weighed down by that new contract he's signed recently. And round the outside of Fernando. And through the inside of Norris, we are up to P2 and P8. Rivals taking a point off us at the moment. That's what we're going to have to try and counteract later on in this race. We're going to get past the Red Bull of Verstappen. And our Verstappen is going to take on the Ferrari-bound Red Bull driver. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. It was a Mercedes driver. It was Lewis Hamilton. Come on, Aaron, get your words out. So, P6. We've got the rival on mediums. Rooster doesn't have tyre management, so we're going to take advantage and we're going to get into P5. P1 and P5. We can see our cars ahead that we want to catch. We're going to do a 2-stop with Verstappen. And you can see him. He's absolutely skating clear. Hülkenberg is going to try and get some power unit back, but you can see the cars ahead aren't getting away that much. So we've got a chance. And what are they on? They are on softs and medium. So we could get P3 in this race, I reckon. Verstappen is about to come into the pits while we close on the Ferrari-bound Lewis Hamilton. And we get ahead. Maybe he needs to come to the ASA WF1 racing team because we now move ahead. And it is going to be taking over P1. Hülkenberg leads. Verstappen's coming out in P4. In the end, just behind Sergio Perez. Not anymore though, he's already through. So this is actually looking a lot better considering what I thought we were going to get. This could be a 47-point run. That would be a brilliant start to this video. Just showing you that free to play, you can do it. You can mix it with the leaderboards and the people at the top. We're not going to get top 10. But we're trying to put in the best score we can. If we can get 360, that's our aim today, I think, 360. And that's not a 360 degrees. That's 360 points is our aim. Hulkenberg comes out P7 into the hairpin. So he's just going to look after his power unit. Rival's not got the strategy right at all. They have fell back quite a bit. Leclerc feels sorry for Sainz. He lets Sainz go. And we're going to try and go round the outside. Oh, how didn't we get him there? A bit of embarrassment for Leclerc nearly, as Hulkenberg nearly got the job done on him. Let's pit with Verstappen. And Hulkenberg is now through after Leclerc pit him. We're up to P4, and that is P3 and P2 ahead of us. And we're into P3. We've got one car. And we are going to be on to 47. It's Carlos Sainz who's going to be pitting this lap as well. So that helps. It certainly helps. Norris potentially pitting next lap as well. And then it's Hamilton in P5. So I think we might zone this up. I think 47 points is coming from Abu Dhabi. Sainz should peel off into the pits he does. Give him a little nudge for good measure. And here comes Verstappen coming out. So he's tied up in P1 now. Hulkenberg has got plenty of tyre because we're using that SAR to give us max. Norris will pit. And that means Hamilton will be left in P3. And it's going to be 47. It's going to be P1 and P2 to start off this video. As long as nothing drastic happens. You just never know in this game. But we're coming round the final corner. We've got one lap to go. And it's going to be looking pretty damn good. Hulkenberg is clear. And he's got a good few seconds as well. 5 seconds is the gap. Verstappen's going to take it nice and easy. And Hulkenberg is going to follow him not too far behind. And that is a perfect start to this video. Let's push Verstappen because we can. And Max Verstappen is going to take P1 here in Abu Dhabi with Nico Hulkenberg P2. And that is a beautiful start. A beautiful start to this week's final round, race number 5. We'll wait for the rival to finish so we can show you what the rival is running. Double rooster for the rival, finishing on the hards as well. And they cross the line now in P16. So 47 and 22 for the rival. They obviously had 100 less team score, so a bit unfair for that rival, we must say. You can see we did a 3-3-2 and a 4-4. Rival went 4 medium, 4 hard. Drivers, not a million miles away, were lacking. And obviously more speed than cornering. Got to get that cornering in, folks. You know by now, I remind you, every single week. So then, race number 6 from Miami. And this time it's our turn to get a bad matchup. Rival is over 100 team score ahead of us. So we're going to have it all to do to see if we can rescue the 2 points that the rival potentially is going to take away from us. But they are on the back foot. Perez starting P21. That is low down. So we're going to go soft and mediums. We are going to go on to a firework boost and a street shark boost. I think we've got to just try it. Weather is going to be changing. You can see minute and 22, 22, 50. Chance of rain could be on the horizon here as well. It's the Battle of the Arons. Who is going to come out on top? Let's find out. So let's see what we can do. Can we get 40 plus again? You can often get good starts at Miami. We're going to do the magic trick and just mentally hope that it helps us. And I tell you what, it's not done too bad because we are round the outside and Max Verstappen has got us. We'll screenshot that for a bit of fun. Bright lights everywhere. And we are in P2 and P6. That is not bad at all. Rivals pushing down the straight. That's going to waste some power unit a little bit. And I tell you what, Hulkenberg is a man on a mission on the mediums. He is up to P5. We've got us cutting down then, down that back straight. Rival still pushing, using all that power unit. Bit greedy. See if we can just keep them behind. We can't, but Russell gets ahead and we are going to take the lead. We are into P1. Hulkenberg on these medium tyres, just just going to cruise him for now. Obviously, he's got a lot of time to find with the rival who's out second place on the mediums. But that's okay. We are just going to try and come back later on in this race. Can we get past Russell? We're going to boost into the corner. And we are. We're going to get into P6. And we are not a million miles away. Obviously, it's going to be tricky to get past that rival. We're pretty low on tyres as well for Hulkenberg. So we're not going to be able to push him probably at all on this lap. And you can see Russell gets back past us. But he comes into the pits. And we're going to be quicker in this race because we're going on to the softs. Verstappen's coming back out. There's the rival. And we get away ahead of him. That's probably a good sign. See if we can get past Norris. We're going to leave him pushing. Because that could be a big move. And we're through into P6. P4, P6 now. This is not over. Where is the rival? He's not that far ahead, actually. And Hulkenberg, you can see, down to 10% on the medium tyres. Verstappen is there just gaining his power unit. And we might be okay here with Hulkenberg. I think we're just going to run out at the probably perfect time. Because he is in and he's not going to get held up. Verstappen continues. You can see the rival in the pits there as well. Let's push him hard. He's gone for hards, the rival. That's interesting. That is a very interesting move. Not a fan of that strategy, I must say. And now that might hand the initiative to ourselves. Hulkenberg trying to get past Carlos Sainz. Let's push again. Well, that rival is going to struggle to do 4 laps. It's going to be I mean, he could because he's got frost. But it's going to be a slow 4 laps. But we're going to find out because we've got Verstappen in P1. Hulkenberg trying to gain on the rest of the field. He's in P8 at the moment. Verstappen is in. We're going to push again here. Try and make some moves from anyone pitting on lap number 4. Perez doesn't. He carries on. Can we get Perez here? Yes, we can. Into P5. We're going to quickly try and get past the rival as well. Can we get him? Inside line is perfect. And somehow he holds us off. Didn't see that coming. Now we're going to try again. Because every little second that we can gain is going to help us. Verstappen is there trying to get past Hamilton. And he can't at the moment. Hulkenberg's going to pit. We are not going to service. We're going to try and go Speedy Gonzalez. This time. Because the rival's on the hard. It's going to be a tricky 4 laps still for that rival. Trust me. They are bang on 50%. They can really not push. If Hulkenberg is out, where's he going to go? We've got Verstappen in the lead. We get ahead of Alonso. We've got Norris ahead. So only P7 for the Hulk. Remember, we only want 40 points. That's the target. And we're into P6. Verstappen is clear. And then we've got now a gaggle of cars ahead. I can smell the points as we take P5. There's a chance we could 47 this race. Against a better team score rival as well. We're into P5. We can't push too much because of the servicing and power unit. But we get a good exit from the corner. We're into P4. We've got the rival who can't push that much ahead of us. You can see with the tyres. And we're already through. And now we've got one car. And that car is a medium tyre runner of Max Verstappen. There is a chance we could 47 this race. It's going to be tough though. I think we're going to get 46. I didn't expect 46. We're going to try and close that gap through the final corners as we then hit the straight. We're going to leave him pushing because it's going to come down to this last corner. Is the job going to be done for 47 points? He comes to the inside and he's not going to get Max Verstappen. No, he's not. Damn. We were so close. But we are going to take 46 points. That is a massive victory here in Miami. And we come out on top against our fellow Aaron, that is for sure. And you can see, look, 1380 versus 1494. Both obviously real players. And our strategy worked a treat. A 2-2-3 and a 3-2-2. Rival went for a 3-4 and a 3-4 with both drivers. You can see level 6 Verstappen and Perez. And then the car, again, needs some more cornering in there. It is so much more beneficial. Race 7 sees us go to the nightmare, the track that costs everybody points from time to time. It is Monza. We know this is going to be tough, and yesterday I tried to do a 2-stop, didn't really work, so I'm thinking about both on a 1-stop here. But they're so close together, P9 and P12, that is not necessarily very nice. We're going to go Max Verstappen, and I feel like I need to get a good start. So we're going to go Firework, and Hulkenberg is going to go on to Street Shark. Here we go. Monza, can we 40 plus it? Oh, we're certainly going to try. We need a good start, though, from Verstappen. Can he get perfect? He can get perfect. We're going to boost trick it again. See if it can just help. If we can take the outside line here, we could get a few cars. We're going to get more than that. We're going to get up to P4. Come on. Max Verstappen. What a start here in Monza. Can we get any more? Yes, we can. We're up past Leclerc into P3. That is a fantastic start. Hulkenberg is just taking P7 as well. And that is the best start I think we could have asked for. That is a brilliant start. We're going to boost to keep position round the final corner. It's going to be tricky because cars are on faster tyres. And obviously us racing in Champs GP on the hards, we tend to be pretty slow. But we're back into P7. We've got back past Alonso. We're still pushing with Verstappen. These two got a couple of seconds between them, but they'll need a bit more than that if they don't want a double stack. So we are going to just push a little bit more. You can see Verstappen so slow through that section. And you can see Hulkenberg there, still got Alonso behind him. We've got 2 sets of soft tyres out front. So they will pit next lap. And Hulkenberg will carry on. P3, and we're going to nearly get past Alonso again. But Hulkenberg's saving his power unit nicely. And Verstappen is now just closing in on the 2 cars ahead to try and bring that gap down. We are stuck behind Alonso. And Verstappen should take the lead of this race as we lose out to Perez. And there should be a few pit stops now as well. As Hulkenberg moves down to P10. Down the straight though, he gets ahead of the Ferrari into P6. And we're just going to manage power units. You can see Verstappen out of power unit. And that is just because we're pushing for the gap. We're trying to create the gap between the 2 drivers. Pretty good at the minute though. And round the final corner, we've got a Mercedes of Hamilton ahead of us. I mean, this is going to be tricky to get the 46s. Hulkenberg's going to come in and he's not going to double stack. That's perfect. Norris gets ahead of us though. So that's a bit of work to do on him. But, oh, we nearly got past. Hulkenberg's out P10. Expect that to improve. And I don't think we're going to improve massively from here. We haven't got the power unit, to be honest, to do so. We're going to struggle. We are just trying to build it up where we can. It's going to be pretty tricky. Got to try and manage this absolutely perfect. Verstappen's up to P3. Hulkenberg, can he get ahead of the Mercedes who's coming out? No, he can't. That's slightly annoying. Well, nearly does get past him there. Still P3 for Verstappen. Hulkenberg's got Hamilton ahead. Trying to just get past. We're leaving him push him. And is he going to take the inside line? No, he's not. We've got Magnussen now behind us. It's not going well for Hulkenberg. He's going backwards on these hard tyres. Yesterday he did very well around here. And it's not his day, I don't think, today. As Magnussen comes into the pits. A couple are in the pits. P8 we move up to. And are we going to get any more places? We've got Norris to pit ahead of us. And then that's about it, to be honest. It's not going to be that much. We are just struggling on power unit. We've got Hamilton ahead of us on the hards. We've got a few cars on the hard tyres. We're pushing all the time to try and get closer. We've got Gasly attacking us as well, but he'll pit anyway. So it is going to be drop points. We knew this would be the case in Monza. Verstappen's into the lead. That is fantastic. We're going to keep him pushing. And I think this is all we're going to get to. I think it's going to be P1 and P8, which is 41 points though, remember. That's still good return from a difficult Monza track. We've got Hamilton ahead of us. Oh my God, we are under pressure. I don't think I've boosted that enough. Oh, we're just going to lose out. But we're going to get a point back anyway because Perez has run out of tyres. No one else has, so it is going to be P1 or P2 and P7. But the most important thing for us is that we do score 41 points. And that is from a very difficult Monza track. So we'll take that absolutely. Hulkenberg struggled, but in the end, he did get us a few decent points. So let's show you where we are going into this last race. A solid 41 points, and as you can see, the rival was out there at the back doing a 3-4-1 and a 4-3-1, which is interesting. Drivers level 7, level 6, and the car was a good setup as well, but just not high enough at this stage. So let's just quickly show you where we are and how we've done so far. We're in P11. We know that's not going to stay the same. We're on 315 points. Now, if we get 47 from the last race, we will get in to 360s. That would be amazing. But we're going to need 45 points to get 360. Yesterday, we managed 45 points. It's going to be tough, though, as we go hunting in Austin, which is a difficult track, to get 45 points. But we've only got one chance. Let's see what happens at Austin. So here we go then, at Austin, and it's a difficult matchup. Rival is around 35 team score ahead, so if we want to get 45, we're going to have to play this the best that we've ever played if we want to get 360 for the first time. Look at the qualifying, P10 and P13. It's not brilliant at all. We're going to put Verstappen onto Merlion. Hulkenberg, if we're going to compromise and go for the start, and it's going to come down to this. Can we do it here in Austin? 45 points is what we need to break the record of our account. We're compromising the start, which I never like doing. But Verstappen, can he go up the inside? No, I mean, he's going to drop positions. Hulkenberg's going to end up gaining up to P12. And that's going to get even better, I think, as well. We've got P10. Surely an inside line would be perfect here. We're going to go outside. And that's not worked too bad for Verstappen. He's up to P8 and P11. We're going to push down in here because there's some more overtaking chances. We've got the rival pushing as well. We're ahead of the Ferrari. We're ahead of the McLaren. And that is not bad at all. So P6. See, I feel like I say P6 all the time. That gets a bit better now. So we're into P5. We're going to try and get past Alonso as well. And we are. We're up to P4. It'd be so good if we could finish on 360 points. That would be such a good weekend for us. Verstappen is trying to pull us through. He's in to P3 at the moment. Hulkenberg is only P9, but he's going to be faster later on in this race. As Hamilton somehow flies back past us. We're going to try and get back past, but a bit more difficult. I mean, we're going backwards now on both cars. We've got Verstappen back up to P3. We're going to bring him in. We've only got Hulkenberg P11 though. That's annoying, because he's got a lot of overtaking to do in this race. As Verstappen is looking at Verstappen for P2. Now we need that P2. And we're going to take P2. Hulkenberg's bang there though. It is a lot of cars ahead. So it is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Ocon ahead of us now. Now behind. We're going to get ahead of Leclerc as well. You can see Verstappen's just lost out. We don't pit. We'll continue boosting. There's a few people in the pits. Oh my God, we're so slow out of that corner. We're going to pit Hulkenberg. Don't tell me we're going to lose this position. Oh my god, that's so close. Oh, we're in so much traffic. This is just not... This is a reminiscent of yesterday's traffic, where we just don't get any luck. And look at that. We're absolutely bricked off with Hulkenberg. And we're bricked off again with Verstappen. So this is just not going to be the 360s that we dreamt of. It's just suddenly got really slow. We're going to try and get past Norris. And we do. But we haven't got that power unit. We just seem to be struggling lately on this power unit. We're going to push to get past Alonso. And we do get past him. So we're going to move up a few positions here. But Rivals jumped us. Still only P6. Look where Hulkenberg is coming out. That is unbelievable. P17. There's a lot of cars to pit still. And we're just in that traffic zone again. When we can't get rid of the traffic. Look at it. It's chaos. Absolute chaos. And now we're about to lose more positions. It is just... We're going to take a screenshot of that as well. Traffic is haunting us again here. Hulkenberg is up to P14. We are not getting 360. Simple as that. Verstappen is P4. Hulkenberg is now up to P11. And he's got Fernando ahead of him. Can we just push and get past Fernando? Yes, we can. But still, we're just so far back. We're going to take P9. And P9 is... We are straight back under attack from Norris. So it's like a yo-yo. And again, we're then through again. Can't make its mind up what it wants to do. But it's still going to hopefully get 40 plus. We've got a lot of work to do though with no power unit. P8 now. Verstappen P4. What are we on? 38. We need 2 positions. It'd be so gutting to do a full round and just fail at the last with the 40-point runs. Hulkenberg is bang there. We're going to push now Verstappen. I don't think we're going to make 40 points, which is a shame because we've worked pretty hard to give it a go. Verstappen round the final corner. We have got Hulkenberg to P7 though. We're then going to get P6 and I think we're going to get 40 points. 21-19. We do manage 40 points in Austin. Tough race that was. That just didn't work out how it was meant to go. Tough matchup. You can see a lot of cars doing similar strategies. We did the 3-4. Rival did a 4 soft. That's interesting. They had a level 6, level 5 using Nick de Vries. And the car was very balanced car. But let's see how that does for us. It's still going to be, I think, one of our best rounds. We finish on 355. So that is still a great round for us. There is nothing we could have done better, really, considering what we had. It was race 7 and race 8, 41 and 40 that really let us down. But Monza and a difficult Austin track, well, we couldn't expect it too much. Yesterday we got 41-45. Today 41-40. We did increase by 6 points in the end. So we will take that. It will hopefully be good enough for top 25, top 30. And hopefully rewards tomorrow are going to be beneficial as well. So come back tomorrow and let us know how you get on when we upload our rewards videos. And also let me know how you've got on today in your final round.